The boys played. Oh yeah, really? They played scary games last night. How was that, man? Was Summit useless per usual? Let me guess. Summit was useless. Shotz was screaming the entire time. Kev was probably the first one to die, and Rami was trying his hardest to beat the game. How close was I? It's almost like we've ran down this road before, chat. Watch Summit scream like a bitch. What's this? I love watching Shotz scream. I've told this story before. Every around this time every year, we always do a Halloween Horror Nights trip at Universal in Orlando, Florida. We always meet up there and we go to Halloween Horror Nights. And Shotz is not a small person, Chaz. Shotz is like a very, I say large individual, not in width, but in length. Like he's just a massive fucking dude. He's one of those dudes where you would see and you'd be like, that guy could whoop my fucking ass. A scary individual. Now, there's only one person who's larger and more scary than Shotz. This guy, right? So my first instinct and my only plan whenever we go to Halloween Horror Nights is to try and get Shotz scared the entire time. That is my plan. Okay. So when we're walking through all these haunted houses, the entire time, there's two people I am trying to get scared. My wife, actually, Shotz, and my wife. In that order. Shotz first. If I fail, then my wife. You know? So the entire time we're walking through Halloween Horror Nights, I'm going like this. Cheat code, chat. Cheat code. If you ever go to those scary places, okay, haunted houses, whatever, and you have people trying to scare people, right? You have people like jumping out trying to scare you and your friends. Act like you're not scared, and they'll still try and scare you. But point at the people you're with. They will never scare you, and they will only try to scare them. I swear, okay? I've done it for years. It's always worked. I'm scared shitless. But if I point at my boys, they scare them instead, right? So the entire time, I'm just pointing at Shotz. And I'm not fucking kidding you. I am not kidding you in the slightest. We would go through a scary house or we go through a haunted house, and there'd be like 15 little scare corners or whatever. All 15 would try and scare Shotz. Literally every single corner. And then, one corner, one scary person or whatever would hear Shotz scream. So then the next guy would be like, I'm going to make him yell again. Which was all fun. Until one of the haunted houses. I feel bad about this, chat. I've never told this story. I feel bad about this one. So the lineup was Kev's girl, Jess, Summit, Caroline, Summit's wife, Caroline, Shotz, myself, Shotz's wife, my wife. Okay. As I was pointing at Shotz, I swear, chat, boys, you gotta believe me, okay? You gotta believe me. I have never even told Summit this story. As I was pointing at Shotz, I think the scare people
good morning to you, Hutch.
Thought I was pointing at Caroline. I'm pointing at Shotz, and I'm not kidding you. We were in, it was the Last of Us scare house, and it was supposed to be like, it was the scariest one out of all of them. And every single person was jumping out. And I thought they were all trying to scare Shotz. Because Caroline, if you guys don't know who Caroline is, Summit's wife, she's very small, okay? She's like 4'11", You're not seeing her if you have Shotz, and then her, you're not seeing Caroline. Okay. So I completely forgot she was in front of him. So I'm just like trying my hardest. I'm, trying to get everyone to scare Shotz. So everyone's jumping out, trying to scare Shotz. We get out of the haunted house. Caroline is in tears. She is in tears, profusely crying. And I'm like, yo, did she twist her ankle? Like, did she stub her toe? She's like, oh, God, those fucking assholes. Every corner, every time I was crying, they kept jumping out. They kept trying to scare me. I don't know what happened. They could tell I was scared, and they just kept trying to scare me even more. And I was like, "Where were you? What happened?" She was like, "I was right in front of Carlos." I was like, or Carlo. I was like, I sat there after she said that. I was like, oh my God. Shit. I didn't say a fucking word. To this day, this is the first time I have told anyone this story other than my wife. I didn't say a damn word. Caroline didn't go through another haunted house the rest of the fucking trip. She didn't go through a single haunted house the rest of the trip, bro. I felt so fucking bad. I felt so bad, chat. I felt so bad, bro. I've ruined 2 trips for Summit. That was the first one. Okay? And I still feel bad about it. Okay? I truly mean this. Caroline, if you see this clip, I'm sorry and I love you. Okay? Have to own up to it. I gotta clear my conscience. You know what I mean? I clear my conscience. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm truly sorry that happened. All right. And the second trip I ruined for Summit and Caroline was whenever I convinced Summit to get on a ride when I shouldn't have, thinking that he was lying about his motion sickness.
Thank you, brother.
And he threw up for about 3 hours after he rode the ride. Which wasn't let me set the scene. We are at Universal, okay? We are at Universal. All right. Again, we like to do these trips to Universal. It's like a whole little thing. Sapphire Hotel. It's like, it's nice. It's good vibes. It's nice. Jess sneaks in alcoholic beverages and coffee cups. It's awesome. Okay. So you know what? Chat, it's story time. Story Thursday, okay? I'm going to tell the Jess story first. We are about to head over to Universal, okay? If you've never been to Universal, you've never been to the hotels that go to Universal, you ride these boats, these little ferries from hotel to the boardwalk, which is where all the restaurants, the parks, everything is. It's super cool. Well, our idea is you can't bring alcoholic beverages from hotel onto the boat to Universal. We were, like high school kids where you're filling up coffee cups with alcohol, right? Of course, that's what makes fucking sense. I can do whatever I want. But we're filling them all up. We walk down to security where they're checking all of our shit, okay? And they're checking our stuff. And we literally, chat, I'm not kidding you, there's like 8 of us, okay? 6 of us who were drinking all have our alcohol in the exact same coffee cup. We walk up to security and the guy goes, "Is this coffee?" Jess looks at him and goes, "No." He goes, "What is it?" She goes, "Alcohol." he goes, "You can't have this, ma'am," and throws it away. She goes, "Okay," and walks through. Literally, chat, all of us have the exact same coffee cup, the exact same deal. Everything's the same. And Jess sold us all out in that moment. Luckily, the guy didn't check anyone else. He just took her alcohol and let everyone else through. And we were dying laughing. It was because he was asking everyone, "Hey, what's in that cup? Coffee. What's in that cup? Coffee. What's in that cup?" alcohol. It was awesome. It was fucking awesome. But anyway, so we get to Universal, okay? We walk in the park, and I can't ride rides, okay? For those who don't know, I'm 6'8", 285, 300 on a good day. I'm a very large human being, all right? Very large. I'm large within height, I'm large within width, and I'm large within width, okay? I'm just built like a commercial fridge, okay? I'm built like a commercial fridge. And we go to get on these rides, and there's always a problem. Always, with me. If it's one of those that come down over the shoulders, my shoulders are so broad that it doesn't fit. Okay? No, it's not my fucking stomach, bitches. Okay, those are the ones that go titties. All right? My shoulders are so broad that it won't lock. Now, like for example, Hagrid, you ride on the bikes. I can't fit because my knees extend past the fucking length of it, so they won't let me ride it. They can't lock the bars over my legs. I go on like Hulk. I can't ride Hulk because there's a seatbelt that sticks right here, and you also have a leg brace. My thighs are too big for the leg brace, and the seatbelt doesn't reach to connect, so I can't ride the Hulk. Harry Potter, right? The one that's in this big castle. It's like a 3D ride. You sit there, you buckle in, you lay on your back, and you go like this. You're like going, you know, it's fucking motion sickness central. I can't ride that either because, again, it's another one of these. Doesn't fit over my chest. So we get on. Everyone gets on it. Summit's like, Hutch, if you're riding, I'll ride it. And I said, well, first off, he's like, I'm not riding anything that goes upside down. And I said, Summit, this doesn't go upside down, bro. You're good. He's like, you swear it doesn't go upside down? I said, bro, stop being a pussy, man. This is the easiest ride in the park. I'll ride it with you. You know, it barely goes anything. Like, you know, you're just staring at a screen. You're just going like this. Like, it ain't bad at all, bro. You're gonna be good, man. You're fine. He said, you swear? I said, I swear I'll ride it with you. So we get up there. We're about to get on the ride. Summit stands next to me. Shit goes down to lock. Your boy's too big. They're like, well, I think the more important part is while we are waiting in line to get on the ride. I'm not making this up. When Rami goes live, you can ask Rami because he was standing right next to me and he saw it. As we're about to get on the ride, this woman gets off the ride while she's walking out to get out of the ride. She throws up in her hand and fucking slings it into a trash can and then puts her head in the trash can and starts fucking throwing up. And me and Rami look at each other, we're like, did she just throw up? And Rami's like, yeah, she just fucking threw up. I'm like, oh shit. Probably should have said something to Summit. Summit didn't see this part. Anyways, we get on the ride. I'm too big. They kick me off. Okay? Once they kick me off, I'm sitting there like, Summit's fucked. He's done. This girl just threw up. I just get kicked off. We're done for. I'm sitting outside waiting for them to get off. Summit goes through the whole ride, gets off. Boys, I'm not kidding you. Summit don't ever see the sun already. Summit don't ever see the sun already. He is Caucasian as Caucasian gets. My motherfucker, that dude looked like a grain of rice. He was white as the color on the board of whiteness. He was as white as a ghost. You could have, you know how like you can touch your skin and then lift your finger up and you see it goes from red to white, or it goes from white to red as the blood fills up. There was no blood there. It would just stayed white. That's how white he was. It would have just stayed completely white. Blood would have never went back. He was white. And I said, I was like, Jared, you good? And he's like, oh. He's walking around. Just that's all he kept doing. He would just walk around and he'd be like. So we go in to the wildlife cafe or some shit like that. Rainforest Cafe. And we get our food. He's over there sitting in a chair. I'm like, yo, Jared, you good? And he's like, where's the bathroom? Bathroom's over there. He walks in. I just hear him. But it wasn't thrown up yet. It was just like a dry, like preparation, you know? Next thing I know, the fucking floodgates. The floodgates. I'm in there, I'm taking a piss, you know, making sure my boy doesn't die. He's in the stall, I'm on the urinal. I'm taking a piss. I zip her up, turn around, and I hear and this 12-year-old walks in. He looks at me, I look at him, and he's like, you okay? I say, he's dead. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. It's a zombie. Hey, save yourself. Save yourself, man. Get the hell out of here. It's that motherfucker go come out the stall, start killing everybody. Bro, he threw up for probably 45 minutes. 45 minutes. 45 minutes. At the minimum. 45 minutes. We walk out that bitch. He's still sitting in his chair. Fucking slumped as shit. I get him a Coca-Cola. He was back in 20 minutes. Hey, he was back in 20 minutes. Completely fine. We finished the day at the park. He just didn't ride anything else. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's like a 15-year-old kid. Just give him a Coke. He's completely fine. You know, a little bit of sugar.